Social media is buzzing with software engineers leaving tech. Now that AI can build entire apps faster than you can brew your morning coffee, are software engineers becoming dispensable? I've been in tech for over 20 years and seen many ups and downs of this industry. In this video, I will show you the exact reasons why the best days in tech are still ahead and quitting now will be the biggest mistake of your life. Let's start by addressing the elephant in the room. Why is everyone leaving tech? If you're on social media, you probably have seen it. A software engineer in the 20s that has a life you always dreamed of. Living in Silicon Valley, landing over $200,000 job straight out of college. They are unhappy, so they make a bold move. They quit tech to pursue their passion. Content creation, traveling, and entrepreneurship. They want to inspire you to take big risks because after all, you only live once, right? But here's the question. Are they really taking big risks? Most of these folks graduated from elite universities and landed jobs at big tech companies in the early 20s. That's not luck, it's access. To get a job at Google or Meta straight out of college, you need to graduate from one of the best universities in the United States or Canada. And to get to those universities, usually you need to be rich. Harvard tuition alone is about $60,000 per semester, and that's just the tip of the iceberg. These schools are in expensive cities where the cost of living are high. Analysis made by Harvard economics professor Raj Shetty found that 67% of Harvard undergraduates come from the top 20% of the income distribution. Just 4.5% meanwhile come from the bottom 20%. And here is something else. They are US citizens. If their passion project fails, they won't get deported. They can go right back to the job they quit, because America is forgiving to the rich and ruthless to the poor. We cheer for Elon Musk's new rocket, but laugh at 35-year-old John from a working-class family making $50K per year driving Uber. We call him a failure, but is it really his fault? The rich believe that everyone can be successful and say it's all about the hard work. But is it really true? Take Mark Louvion as an example. Mark is a famous indie hacker who moved to Bali, locked in, and now he's making over $1 million per year from his indie projects. He didn't graduate from any elite university, but he came from a wealthy family. Recently, he wrote on X that in 2019, he borrowed $7,000 from his parents to rent a villa in Bali. So what do you think? Could Mark live in Bali, serve every day, without needing to work if someone else hadn't financed it? Don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to tell you that you have to be rich to succeed in life, but if you aren't, you need to do it slowly. I'm a proof. I was born in a small town in Poland, and in 2012 I graduated in computer science from an average state university you have never heard of. At my first job, I was building a website, and it paid me about $1,200 per month. How I changed my situation? I started to look for jobs in other cities and also different countries. A few months later, I got a job in Vienna, Austria, and I moved there. But did I get this job because I was so spectacular and they really wanted to hire me? Of course not. They just gave me a chance. And that's the thing. If you can't rely on your parents' support, your growth depends on someone giving you an opportunity. You just need to pursue it. We like to believe that success is all about hard work, but the truth is that success is given, either by your parents or by someone who believes in you enough to open the door. That's why those folks you see on social media don't represent everyone. Their content went viral because it looks like the stakes are high. They quit cushy 300K jobs to create Instagram stories, but in reality, if you did the same, you would take on far more risk because you have less savings and you don't have credentials to land your interviews at companies that pay $300,000 per year. So when you see someone saying that they quit their job to chase dreams, remember, they aren't playing the same game as you. For most of us, success isn't about living tech. It's all about building up careers to increase the quality of living of our families. Now you might say, but Matt, it doesn't matter anymore. Software engineering is dying and soon we all be jobless. That's what the mainstream media and TikTok want you to believe. AI is replacing software engineers, tech is no longer a good career, and people are buying into it. Computer science enrollments at top universities are already dropping. The Atlantic reported that the cohort of graduating computer science major at Princeton is set to be 25% smaller in 2 years than it is today. The number of Duke students enrolled in introductory computer science courses has dropped about 20% over the past year. But why is it even happening? If you read the news, you would say that tech is thriving. Sam Altman says that Meta offers 100 million sign-on bonuses to poach engineers from OpenAI. At the very same time, entry-level jobs are almost impossible to find. Employment for young computer science graduates dropped by 8%. And to make things worse, the CEO of Anthropic says that AI will replace half of all entry-level workers in the next 5 years. But can we blame AI for it? Tech industry has always been cyclical. Dot-com crash, the 2008 financial crisis. In tech, ups and downs are normal. The biggest companies explode in size when the economy is good, and they shrink when the economy is bad. Right now, the US economy is harsh. Maybe the S&P 500 hit an all-time high, but the dollar lost 20% of its value this year. About 20% of the federal budget is just paying interest on debt, and it seems like the current administration has no idea how to fix it. Because of the economic uncertainty, companies cut spendings and take fewer risks. But it isn't the end of the world yet. Let's be honest, the last 5 years were insane. Just look at Facebook. Zuckerberg went all in on Metaverse, spent over $10 billion and rebranded Facebook to Meta. And he wasn't the only one. Every tech giant was making wild bets and growing without a solid plan. And if you think about it, it was kinda obvious it would end up that way. But what about AI? AI became a comfortable excuse. Instead of admitting mistakes, tech executives said that we don't need software engineers because AI can replace them. But here's the truth. In human history, no technology has ever eliminated an entire sector without creating a bigger one. Think about cars. At the beginning, people panicked. They thought that the car would ruin the horse industry and thousands would lose their jobs. Today, we know they were wrong. The rise of cars created a new industry that generated millions of new jobs, and that's what is happening with AI. Yes, some jobs will disappear, but AI will create new ones. And once that happens, there won't be enough software engineers to fulfill the demand. Since nobody wants to study computer science right now, that means that in 3 to 5 years, there will be less software engineers on the job market than it is today. Some folks will retire, and other ones will become indie hackers and content creators. So salaries will start growing again, and job opportunities will spill across borders. Yes, when the pendulum swings back, the companies will start to hire remote workers again, because remote work has been already battle-tested. We know that dedicated people can be productive while working from home. You can already see it in a micro scale. Just look at the crypto industry. Software engineers at crypto companies can pull salaries close to $200K per year, even if they live in Europe or Asia. That trend will spread out across other sectors of the economy when it recovers. That's why I believe the future is bright and I'm staying in tech. So how about you? Are you staying or leaving? Tell me in the comments. And if you want to learn more, you should watch this video next. And I will show you 5 mistakes that keep software engineers poor. So click on the video now and I will see you there.